remember that the microwave table started spinning, the light was shining bright, everything was normal, it all looked good, until it wasn't. Hey Bloodlings, this is JS Living coming to you with some new content that I hope you enjoy. Today I wanted to talk to you about what it means to take responsibility for your actions. Right now I'm working on my first book, titled The Covenant of Blood, and the question that I constantly get from people is, how does your book relate to my life? I've done a lot of thinking about this question, and I think the answer is pretty simple. Though she is many things, my main character, Elizabeth Mina Bathory-Tépes, is first and foremost a person. A talented person with many gifts, but she's a person nonetheless. And as such, she's flawed. The main issue being that she tries to solve her problems the easy way, which is a mistake, and she continues to make the same mistakes throughout the book, thus causing bigger and bigger problems. How does that apply to real life? I'll tell you. I've always been one to work smarter, not harder. This was true even when I was a kid. So, let me tell you the story about how one day, I had to be like 8 or 9, I really wanted to make a cup of tea for myself. My mom wasn't home, and I'm not sure where my siblings were, but my dad was sleeping in the bedroom. Me, being a know-it-all, decided I could make my tea in the microwave, especially since boiling water on the stove wasn't an option. At that age, I was only allowed to use the microwave if someone was watching me, and I definitely wasn't allowed anywhere near the stove unless I was helping someone else with the meal. Anyways, I put my water in a microwavable cup along with a tea bag and put the microwave on like bajillion. Yes, I know that's an exaggeration, but I was a kid, so I probably just ended up pressing like 4 keys, but it felt like a bajillion to me. And then I started it. I remember that the microwave table started spinning, the light was shining bright, everything was normal, it all looked good, until it wasn't. And what I mean by that is that the light in the microwave started flickering, and then there was this popping sound. And the next thing I knew, the whole thing was on fire. To me, I was like, this is crazy. So I ran to my dad, and then I screamed at him about how the house was on fire. Clearly, he didn't know what I was talking about because he had just woken up. So he was dazed and confused. He was trying to figure out what I was talking about. And I tried to explain it, but I don't think he was comprehending it because he didn't even run to the kitchen. He kind of just shuffled there. And when he saw the fire, I remember his eyes bugging out, and he was just really frantic trying to put the fire out. And I can't quite remember what happened after that, but I do know that, the microwave still worked. There's definitely a burn mark left at the bottom, and we were never able to clean that out. Up until the day we got rid of that microwave, the stain was still there. But on the bright side, at least it still worked. I mean, that's what I told people for years. It just wasn't the same. It was definitely a while before anybody in my house let me near the microwave again. Now, let me tell you what I think happened with this. So, what I realized much later, when I was in my early 20s, was that the microwave probably caught on fire because if you ever look at tea bags, there's a little staple in the tea bag where they staple the label to the bag itself. And so I'm convinced that since that's made of aluminum, what happened was when I stuck the tea bag and the hot water in there and pressed bajillion on the microwave, the staple is what caused the thing to catch on fire. But that's beside the point. The point of the story is, had I been more aware and remembered to move that tag or even knew to remove it, then the microwave probably wouldn't have caught on fire in the first place. And Were the consequences for making that tea dire? No, but it could have been. Which, of course, is the other point of the story. Uh, you never know what awaits you after you do the thing that you're not supposed to do. Luckily, in this instance, you know, nothing too bad happened, but I wasn't supposed to be using that microwave. And as a consequence, if my dad hadn't woken up and put the fire out, I could have burned down the whole entire house. I was just really lucky that that's not what occurred. So very thankful. My mom probably would have killed me if the house had burnt down. Um, but yeah, so that's my little childhood story. So I know that I've been talking up here for a minute, but I wanted to tell y'all this story because I wanted one of the first things for y'all to be able to get to know me. So I figured this was a good way to do that. And I'd like to get to know y'all too. So do me a favor and drop a comment telling me about something that you did or something that you didn't do that had severe repercussions. I also want to know what you guys think about the phrase actions have consequences. Then share this video in your stories so we can discuss it with other people. I'm looking forward to hearing all of your stories, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay, that's enough time.